How did you coordinate with city resources, industry, manufacturers, contractors, architects, and various building professionals to support this ordinance?
Well, Patrick, we asked all these individuals from Department of Building and Safety, Bureau of Sanitation, to attend these meetings because when you reduce the water by 20%, the water consumption, obviously you have 20% less water in your sewer systems, and it's not only the revenue issue, but it's also the issue that comes with being effective and make sure that we don't have any blockage in our sewer systems inside and outside the buildings. Inside the building, hydraulic calculations in regards to high-rise constructions. As you know, this ordinance applies to high-rise and low-rise constructions, existing and new construction for all type of occupancies in LA. As a result, we met with all the contractors, engineers, architects, professional associations such as ASPE, American Society of Plumbing Engineers. We went through a lot of hydraulic calculations, worked with top-notch contractors in the nation, that they build LLI or very top-notch constructions in the city. We went through a list of concerns and questions they had, and at the end we were confident we can deliver and there will not be an issue on existing buildings. And we have identified if the slope is less than 2%, there may be some issues and we can grant some modifications for it.
How did you know which plumbing products would work in terms of performance, safety, and cost effectiveness, and further, which ones would not meet this and related requirements?
Well, Patrick, I used to work for the Mechanical Test Lab, City of LA, for a period of 10 years. During this period, we tested the first door flush toilet back in 1999. And as a result, AB 715 that went into effect sometimes in mid-2000. And with respect to all the climate changes that we have had in Southern California and the drought and the 1% population growth, we looked through a big menu of high-efficiency fixtures, equipment, cooling towers, energy factors, water factors. We really had a first-hand experience with all the manufacturers on what works and what doesn't work. And through our experiment and pilot programs, we drafted this ordinance. And we have been blessed that it's working very well.
So did you investigate any public facilities prior to implementing this ordinance?
Yes, Patrick. Prior to writing this ordinance, I used to handle high-rise activities for Department of Building and Safety, City of LA. We retrofitted a lot of, at least 10 high-rises with high efficiency, and they were very satisfactory. Next to that, when I came to DWP, along with this ordinance, and a few months before we approved this ordinance, the department decided to reduce its consumption by 10%, and they have about 305 facilities or 600 buildings in DWP. And I'm very glad to announce that we have completed 80% of these 600 buildings, and we have brought the water consumption by 25% down on average. And we are not experimenting any issues. However, we have noticed that by retrofitting these buildings, that some of these buildings are not designed to current standards, or at the time they were built, they were undersized, and we repaired all those issues.
We have a 1 million gallon pond in the building that we also maintain besides the process system. And so the cooling tower blowdown water, which normally goes down the drain in most facilities, we use that for makeup water on that decorative pond, which normally that water would be just evaporating. So it saves on a good amount of water in the building.
And Craig, if I'm not sure, all the efforts for high efficiency on HVAC and plumbing side in the building, including cooling tower, I guess your average consumption from the graphs that we got from Gary One, it shows that comparing 2011 or 2012 to 2007, we are saving 2.5 million gallons per month. Is that the correct number?
Right.
About 30 million gallons per year.
Wow.
Is our savings for this building.
Well, we're in the process of changing out a 20-year-old machine with a newer technology, which is called turbo core magnetic bearings, oilless magnetic bearings. It runs much more efficient. Maintenance goes down.
And what's the capacity of it?
This is an 1,100 ton machine that we're looking at replacing.
As you can see, we are promoting technological innovations within the LADWP headquarters, and magnetic chiller should be ready and should be ready in operation in about a year from now. Hi Patrick, I would like to appreciate some of the great staff of LADWP, Mr. Craig Short, which is in charge of the building and building operation, Mr. Armando Romero, our electrical expert in energy, and Mr. Val Amesquita in sustainability and environment. These individuals, they have been great and they have been very helpful to help me on this ordinance, as well as Mr. Jim Kemper and a lot of department employees, AGMs, general managers in the last 5 years that they have been extremely helpful to help make this dream to go true. Now I would like to ask Mr. Craig Short, our building engineer, to give a little bit of explanation about the 18,000 gallons of water per day that we save from cooling tower.
So we're standing in front of the cooling towers for the building right now, and basically in any cooling system, you use this water for process for heat dissipation, and there's a large amount of evaporation and there's a large amount of blowdown water because you have suspended solids in the water. You have to keep it clean, keep your system clean. Well, that blowdown water in a normal application goes right down the drain. And what we are doing is we're able to take that blowdown water and utilize it for our makeup water on our decorative pond in the building, and that saves a large amount, about 18,000 gallons a day of water that would normally be going right down the drain.
So Amir, is there anyone that you would like to thank that works in the city?
Yes, I would like to thank everyone in the city of LA, from our top leadership, our mayor, our city council, our general managers at DWP, planning, building and safety, sanitation, and all the departments that helped us to make this reality to go through, and also all the general managers and AGMs at Department of Water and Power. They're extremely talented and visionary, and I would like to thank every single one of them for supporting the ordinances in regards to codes and standards for DWP and City of LA.
Amir, what's next? Do you have any other ordinances planned with the energy and water nexus or anything like that?
Yes, Patrick, I have a few other items on my list of things to do on energy and water. One will be the hot water recirculation pump. Another one would be the gray water systems for treated and untreated. And as you know, 19% of the energy in the state is used for pumping and treating water. Therefore, this will be a nexus between energy and water, and we are working very closely with the California Energy Commission and codes. And I'm very blessed to have a lot of people in our chain of command that they are very visionary and they know the values of collaborating with Energy Commission on code and standards, how useful that will be to the LA City, the region, the state of California, and as a whole to the whole country.